Hey guys, welcome back. So this video is going to be a demo of this new foundation from Catrice. This is the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. So this is supposed to be a mattifying 24-hour foundation. I don't know who wears foundation for 24 hours, but it's supposed to last a really long time. I got mine at Ulta, and the shitty thing about this foundation is they don't offer a lot of shades at Ulta in stores right now. I've heard they offer a lot more shades online, so if you don't see a color that matches you, check online and see if they have one. I got mine in the darkest color that they had at Ulta because I just felt like the other colors were too light for me, or like there was just something kind of off. So I got the color 40 Warm Beige, which is a little bit darker than I need it to be, but it's okay. I kind of prefer my foundations to be a little bit darker for me anyway, as opposed to being too light. So we're gonna try this out, and I'll tell you right off the bat, this foundation is so good, you guys. If you want to try it out, it's one of the best foundations I've ever tried. It's very liquidy, and usually I don't have really great luck with liquidy foundations. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, liquidy foundations always seem kind of like chalky on my skin. They don't really offer a lot of coverage. This is super full coverage. Like, I've got some issues with my skin right now, and you're gonna be able to see that this covers so nicely, and it does last a really long time. I've worn it a couple times to work for like an 8-hour, 9-hour day, and this stuff does really last on your skin. The only thing that happens to me is my nose gets oily, and that's with any foundation I wear. But other than that, this foundation wears beautifully. If you guys have been interested in trying it out, I highly recommend it. So let's go ahead and get into the demo, and I will show you guys what this shade looks like and how well it covers. So it says that it's a lightweight, non-oily texture that feels like second skin. And it's very full coverage, which is amazing because it does feel super lightweight on your skin, and that's pretty hard to find in a full coverage foundation. So they just have it all going on, I feel. I do want to mention to you guys, I did use a primer today. I'm using this Rimmel Stay Matte makeup primer, just in case you were wondering. I don't think it's necessary to really have a primer with this foundation. A lot of times I don't really wear a primer, but if that's your thing, definitely go for it, especially if you have dry skin and you're not used to really like a super matte foundation. You might want to try like a hydrating primer. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit more so you can see my skin and the product. So it's like a squeezy tube, so you like squeeze it, and then it's got a little dropper. You can see like how liquidy it is. And like kind of just another little bit of a gripe that I have with this product, I feel like it's kind of hard to get a lot of product out. I did just now, but I've noticed a lot that like it takes me a minute to get enough product to cover my face. But as you can see, it's very liquidy and very kind of runny, which always kind of freaks me out, but this shit covers. So you can see all this on my skin right now, and we're gonna cover this up. Look at it, covered everything. And that's what I love about this, because like it says, their claims, it is like a skin-like finish. It's not heavy, yet it covers everything, and that's so important. Like, I hate feeling like a cake face all day, especially when I'm at work. I don't like to feel like I'm wearing a mask. So that is one little application of this. I'll probably come back and apply a little bit more just so you guys can see how it layers, but it actually honestly like layers amazingly if you need a little bit extra coverage, and that can also be a little bit problematic with fuller coverage foundations. But I feel like how lightweight this is, it's really easy to kind of like build up and layer. Also, I think it's really a lot better to apply this with a sponge because it is a more liquidy foundation. I just feel like liquid foundations go a lot better with sponges. I don't know why. And then like your thicker, moussier kind of foundations, I feel like are better with brushes. Okay, so that is one layer on my face, and now I'm gonna go down my neck with it, obviously, because it's a little bit too dark. It's not super like, it's not super bad. I mean, it's kind of weird to me that the darkest shade at Ulta is still not very dark. Like, they definitely need to get more shades And I had to travel to like 2 different Ultas to get it because when I went in there, all the foundations had been like tampered with and open. You can tell because there's this little tape on the side of the shade and it's attached to the lid. So if that seal's broken, you know someone's been in it, and I honestly wouldn't buy it because you don't know what people have done. Like if they've put it on their nasty hands or anything like that, like you don't want to put that on your face. So definitely find one that's not been opened or order it online. Okay, I guess I could have put some more on my chest because my chest is so much lighter, but it's okay because the shirt I'm wearing today is going to be like much higher up, like a nun. So this is what it looks like, one layer on my face. You can see like it's already matte. You don't really need like a setting powder, I feel, with this. Like it looks like it's already been set with a powder, and it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. Like it doesn't feel like anything's really on my skin. So I think what I'm going to do now, just to show you guys, because I can still see a little bit of my like acne peeking through. So I'm going to just like layer this so you guys can see what it looks like double layered and see if it like covers it better. I mean, it definitely does, and like it's not one of those foundations like you layer it and the underneath part moves around. It layers very nicely. And like I said, I feel like this is great because I feel like you don't need to set it with a powder if you don't want to, because it honestly looks like it's already been set with a powder. Like it looks set and ready to go. Like once it's on your face, it's just like done. I don't know, like the look looks complete. And anytime I've worn this foundation, like the last couple times I've worn it, people have complimented my skin and just asked me like what I've been using on my skin. And I've had some really, really bad breakouts. So it's like funny to me that people think my skin looks so great. People are like, wow, your skin's so smooth. What do you use? You have perfect skin. I'm like, no, I don't. But I wear lots of makeup. So even on my forehead, it like helped cover like those little blemishes. And I will say, like, I feel like it gets a little, just one little gripe, like it's a little bit cakey, I feel, around like the texture of my skin. Like around my eyebrows and stuff, like where I have little tiny bumps, but it's nothing like super crazy. I mean, that's what I would expect out of a fuller coverage foundation, like it to get a little bit cakey in some spots where there's a lot of texture, or like you have little hairs and stuff. But I just think my skin looks so good. I really love this foundation. I intend to buy it again. And I encourage you guys to buy it if you want to try it out, if you've been thinking about it. I honestly think it's so good. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You can see my skin, how it looks, and it looks pretty good. Okay, you guys, so I just got finished doing the rest of my makeup, and that's another thing I want to mention about this foundation. I feel like the rest of your makeup layers so nicely on top of it. Like, it doesn't skip a beat. Your bronzer, your blush, your highlight, all of that. So I just can't really say enough good things about this foundation. There's really not a whole lot of cons besides the shade range inside Ulta stores. So let me know if you guys are going to be checking out this foundation. If you have already tried it, how you like it. I am in love. I really love this. I think this is like one of the best foundations I've ever tried, like I said. So yeah, I don't think I've ever really tried a liquid foundation that has been this good, and especially at this price range. So yeah, way to go, Catrice. Like, I just think they're a really great brand in general. Like, everything I've tried, like this concealer is super great too. So if you're like a full coverage girl and a drugstore girl, check out Catrice at Ulta because they're doing great. Oh, and I also have this setting spray by them too. I was going to use that, which I did do this look in a get ready with me, a full get ready. So if you guys were interested in this makeup look, then I will link that get ready with me in the description box. But other than that, that's my final thoughts. I know this makeup will last me all day except for my nose. My nose always gets oily, and I just use like a little oil absorber sheet so my makeup doesn't get disturbed. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this demo. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps me out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!